Anonymous Watch Guy here with a full review video. Quick wrist check. Wearing the Mito Ocean Star Decompression Timer GMT. Stay tuned for a full review on that one. But today we are looking at the Armand Nicolet MM2 in 43 millimeter. This was generously loaned in to the channel by Jonathan. And I will link his YouTube channel again in the description of the video if you want to check out his YouTube channel about the world of business. But this is a really cool watch that he picked up at the Wind Up Watch Fair in New York City. This is a brand that I have been kind of curious about and wanted to check out for a while. And honestly, I could say having one in hand that it is a very solid watch. Full retail price on this is about 1,400 Swiss francs, so $1,500 range. And I think there's value there at that price. Typically, you can find these on the secondary market for a pretty solid deal. And I think I will be looking to add one to my collection at some point, whether it's this model or another model, because I think that they're pretty cool watches. So let's take a closer look at this particular one. It is a 43 millimeter watch. You do have a 22 millimeter lug opening. It does have a little bit of a longer footprint. I measured it at 52.6 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. It is 12.6 millimeters thick. You do have a screw down crown there at the 3 o'clock position. It is an oversized crown, very easy to operate. Lots of good grip there on it. With your Armand Nicolet logo there, it does give you 100 meters water resistance. You do have a sapphire crystal. Website does not specify if it has any anti-reflective treatment, but it does give you a nice shot of that beautiful textured dial. Very nice crystal on this one. This is running the Armand Nicolet AN200 movement, which is a Sellita SW200 that has been modified by Armand Nicolet. It's got some custom rotor, and they do a little tuning up of the movement in-house. So basically a Sellita movement on this one. But a nice looking watch. Definitely a big fan of the textured dial. The website says they use a volcanic sand method to texture the dial, but it doesn't give a whole lot of information that I found. But whatever they do to get that texture on the dial, it definitely looks really good. This is kind of a fume style dial. You've got a lighter brown in the center of the dial, and it gets darker out towards the edges of the dial. You've got what looks like applied Arabics at each one of your hour markers there. You've got your Armand Nicolet logo up there beneath the 12 o'clock position, and Tremelan is where it is located in Switzerland. Your MM2 and automatic above your date window down there at the 6 o'clock. Nice framed date window down there. You've got your minute track running around the outside there. Very legible watch. Great legibility at a glance. Can't talk today. This is called an aviation-inspired dial, is what Armand Nicolet calls it. Definitely has a pilot watch feel to it, and it is very legible to read at a glance, which is very important for a pilot watch. Love the pop of orange. Love the way the orange looks against the black. I like the way they did that sword-style handset. That hour hand is partially skeletonized. And then the black center post for all three hands kind of blends into the dial a little bit. And you've got your white and orange. It looks absolutely great. If you were a Cleveland Browns fan, this would be a great watch. This is 100% Cleveland Browns colors. I am not a Browns fan, but it definitely has that vibe to it. Love the colors on this watch. Think it looks really good. Love the dial layout. I'm not a ton of text on the dial. I'm not a huge fan of date windows either sometimes, depending on how they're done. But this one is done very well. I think it's very symmetrical. It's very legible. The colors all work well together, and I think it just looks fantastic. Really like the look of this watch. I think Armand Nicolet did a very nice job on the dial. The case is all pretty much high polished finished. You've got a high polished finish on the sides of the case. You've got a little bit of brushing on the top of the lugs. Nicely done. So you do get a little contrast and finish there between the high polish and the brushing on the top of the lugs. You get kind of a stepped up bezel there, which gives it a little bit of a different look. Gives a little character to the case. It's not just a standard high polished bezel. You've got that step up, which gives the watch a little bit of a different look. It may make it appear a little bit thicker. It's not at 12.6 millimeters. It's not a super thick watch. It is a little bit thicker for this style of watch, and maybe perhaps not a dive watch. But I think some of that thickness looks like you've got a bit of a slab side, and with that stepped up bezel, I think it makes it look a little bit thicker than it is, but it wears very nicely. The thickness isn't an issue on this watch. It wears very comfortably on wrist. Love the crown, oversized crown, very easy to operate. No issues there. This canvas strap, also very nice. You've got a perforated canvas strap. You've got black canvas on the top with a white stitch. You've got a fixed and a floating keeper. You've got your stainless steel buckle, also signed Armand Nicolet. And then on the back, some Armand Nicolet branding in handmade on the back. The back is definitely a leather backing. But the strap on this is very nice. You're going to probably keep it on this strap. One downside is you don't have any drilled lugs and you don't have quick release spring bars. So the good thing is this strap is really nice. So the watch is probably going to live on this strap. It will not be the easiest to change. You do have a display case back here on the back that does show you that modified Sellita SW200 movement. You've got your custom Armand Nicolet rotor there. You've got a spec sheet going around the back, your 100 meters water resistance, stainless steel, Swiss-made sapphire crystal. But a really nice looking watch and a solid entry-level pilot watch. From Armand Nicolet, if you're looking for a pilot style watch. These come in several different colors as well, color combinations. They all have this really awesome textured dial, and I think a lot of them are really nice looking. So if you can, and again, at full retail, it's not a bad deal, but if you can find these pre-owned or on the gray market, for a bit of a discount, I think it's absolutely worth picking up and a solid addition to any collection. So let's take a look at the lume on the watch, and then we will see what it looks like on my 7.5-inch wrist. Here you can see the lume on the watch, and you can see Armand Nicolet did a fantastic job with the lume on this one. All of those aerobics glow brightly. You've got a strong application of lume on the handset as well. Very legible, very easy to read in the dark. Really strong application. Don't know if it's C3 or not, but you've got a great green glow on there. But a very nice job of the lume on this one. I'm definitely a fan. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. You can see it wears very comfortably. Really nice strap on this. Great on wrist. Again, it is a little bit larger watch at 43 by almost 53. You can see it's not too large for my wrist. It does offer solid wrist presence. There is a smaller version of this watch in the 41 millimeter. So if you have a smaller wrist, you probably want to check out that version. But I love that dial, love the colors. Really nice watch, solid strap. The Armand Nicolet MM2 in 43 millimeter. If you liked the video, give me a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.